think one of the legs up we have from an online marketplace is we actually offer technical support. One of my pet peeves was always going to an online marketplace. I can find the thing I need, but if I have a question, it's very difficult to get an answer. So one of our claims to fame is we do list our phone number, and when you phone in, you can talk to a technical expert to help you through that process.
Brent Loucks with you, joined by Cory Soetaert, who is their business development manager. And when I look over some of the items that you've got, man, just about every kind of electric motor known to man and known to industry. We've got DC motors, we've got pumps, we've got general purpose, we've got oil well, we've got 2-speed motors, and the list goes on and on. There's furnace motors, there's farm duty motors. You need an electric motor. It's as simple as getting online and checking out their selection, checking out their prices. And again, this is a great Canadian company, eMotors. Cory, home base, where? Edmonton?
So head office is out of Edmonton, Alberta, but we do, again, service the entire country via drop ship from manufacturers' warehouses across the country, I should say.
And you were saying earlier, over 20,000 different items that I can search through on your online directory.
Correct. From industrial motors to agricultural motors, we have it all.
So let's talk ag. Of course, ag is the heart of our industry here in Saskatchewan, along with mining and oil and gas. Talk to me a little bit about the motors, and for your farm listeners out there, what you can provide for them from eMotors Direct.
So the most popular products in the ag industry would be aeration fan motors, motors and gearboxes for crop drying equipment, barn fans, as well as feed auger drives, gearboxes, as well as motors. And then we also do get into the control systems for that. We have a specialty line called the Sinus M VFD, and what that does for our customers is it accepts single-phase power in and produces 3-phase power out, so they can actually control the speed of their motors. Not something that ag customers had good access to in the past.
Interesting. And a pretty broad selection of brands in that field of motors for ag?
Correct. We carry Balder, Nidec, Tico Westinghouse, WAG, AGI Grain Guard, aeration fans. So a good selection of the products that they would require.
I'm just curious, the size of some of these motors, what they get to. When you think about going online to eMotorsDirect.ca, finding the motor you want, be it on the farm or at the mine, how big do some of these get? And when it comes to delivery, you think about an electric motor for the farm, is it something that is required more than just my half-ton truck to bring it home?
For sure. Most ag industry customers the motors aren't overly large because most ag customers only have a certain amount of power to their property. So most agricultural customers would stop at a 50-horse motor, which is probably in the 500-pound range. Obviously, industry, they can get extremely large, 8,000 to 10,000 pounds.
You know, when you think about these motors and the investment that farmers put into their operations each and every year, and they maybe don't have the expertise. They know that they need these electric motors to move grain, whatever it may be they're doing, from eMotorsDirect.ca. You've got people who will help me basically put this project together?
Correct. I think one of the legs up we have from an online marketplace is we actually offer technical support. One of my pet peeves was always going to an online marketplace. I can find the thing I need, but if I have a question, it's very difficult to get an answer. So one of our claims to fame is we do list our phone number, and when you phone in, you can talk to a technical expert to help you through that process.
When it comes to delivery of these items, as you mentioned earlier, a lot of the stuff the farmer could simply throw in his half-ton truck. What about the bigger items, though, Cory?
So larger items, over 60 pounds, we typically send with an LTL carrier, so less than truckload, semi-tractor trailer type of delivery. A lot of those are quite heavy. You can't just pick them off the back of the truck, so we actually offer power tailgate delivery. So when that comes to your farm, the truck already has a power tailgate. They roll it onto the power tailgate, drop it on the ground for you, so you don't have to have a forklift on site to get your product.
Oh, what a great idea that is. And I think the average person, if you're not working on the farm, may not fully understand just how many applications there are at a particular farm for electric motors. And you cover the gamut here, all this different equipment as far as where these motors would be applied.
For sure, and I think one of the real changes in the industry, the family farm is less prominent, and the farms are getting bigger and bigger. So their applications for needing larger equipment or specialized products for their system is growing at a rapid rate.
As you say, you've got over 20,000 products. I think people will be quite impressed when they get online to your website just to see the variety of electric motors and fixtures that you guys provide.
For sure, the industry is a very wide industry with tons of applications, and we do our best to provide service for all of those customers.
We're talking about eMotors Direct. They are Canada's industrial motor supplier, based out of Edmonton, but it doesn't matter. It's all online. You can shop online right now, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day at eMotorsDirect.ca. Cory Soetaert is our guest. Cory is Business Development Manager with eMotors Direct.
I think the biggest message we always want to get across is just the product selection and the availability of information for our customers. We do our very best to supply as much information, data packs, drawings, all of that stuff for the customers, so they don't have to go searching. They look for the product, the information comes up, and if they have any technical questions or further information they require, we're easy to access, email, phone, chat, just trying to be that real good resource for customers when they're in a bind.
Well,
most motors break down, and it's a panic. It's not, can I get one in 2 weeks?
You've definitely revolutionized the way businesses and farms are able to purchase electric motors, all done online. You can see for yourself when you go to eMotorsDirect.ca. Cory Soetaert, thanks so much for your time today, Cory.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You've been listening to our expert show for eMotors Direct on News Talk Radio.